Hey, it's Danny,
And Ray.
and we're just going to be talking about our love story.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I think this is something new that everybody will love. Let's get right into it.
Let me help you out, buddy.
Okay. I'm sweating, if you can see. It's very hot, and I got to get to work, so let's get this going. All right, the proposal was crazy. Let's just start off there.
Well, we got to say we married.
We married?
Yeah.
All right, so we're married.
Ah.
So the proposal was crazy. I mean,
Not crazy.
it was like people say
Exciting.
crazy as amazing, like not crazy as bad, but
Okay.
you know. But you know what? Let me just open this door. It's a little hot. Get a little more air. Now, if
I'm good.
all right, so the proposal, I was happy to do that for you because what we're doing now is what I envision. You know, right now production, we got microphone, a camera. I'm just happy to be with you. And the proposal started out really because I hit my sister up and I said, you know what? I want to propose to my lady, you know, a special way. The proposal was supposed to be on the waterfront of New York, but didn't work out that way. But it's okay. I regrouped, called in my family, reinforcements, and we got some different decorations together. And basically, I said, I really want to surprise her, so I got to figure out some way that she can't find out, because she's gonna find out. Like, if I don't mask this in a certain way, especially because of my feelings, the heat is rising, everything's going crazy. So I basically said, okay, cool, calm down, Ray, you got this. Call Rain, ask her to set up. Call Mr. Williams, my band teacher who plays the bass, and that's her favorite instrument.
Yeah.
So I was trying to capitalize on different areas to make sure that she was satisfied with the proposal. I didn't want to give her a half piss poor performance of a proposal, so I made sure I put all of the elements together. My sister bought the amazing decor, which is
And
fantastic.
might I add, he proposed to me at the theater that we met at. I'm a director and he's an actor, and we met doing a show.
Right.
And so he proposed to me at that theater. And I remember that day because he proposed to me like maybe it was like 2 weeks after our second anniversary. And so it was an odd day. It was like a Tuesday. He told me to take off. And it was in July, and it was really the end of June, and it was really hot. And I remember he was like, hold on, I have to make a stop at the theater because he had planned on doing a show there. So I didn't think anything of it. He was like, all right, I'm going to run in here. I was like, well, I'm going to sit in the car because I'm burning up. And then he was like, no, like, come in with me. And I didn't want to. But I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I walked in, and then all I saw was like these candles lined up in a row. And then I think my legs literally just stopped working. Like,
Yo, she was so shocked. I mean, I've seen proposals and I've seen women do it, so it was kind of funny to see her do it. But she literally couldn't walk. She was crying the whole way.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get the words out to say, I want to build this life with you. I want to grow with you. I want to do the best I can to be the man that you want.
In my opinion, you were talking too much. You could.
I only said 5 words.
No. You could have just said, Danielle, will you marry me? You was like, Danielle, like, I'm gonna grow with you, do more plays, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, just say you want to marry me because I can't really focus.
This is marriage. So, choosing the ring. Choosing the ring was easy for me because I'm no nonsense when it comes down to making decisions. I make a decision, I stick to it. When we get into the drive-through of any fast food restaurant, or we don't really eat fast food that much, but anytime we eat food, she never knows what she wants. But that's regular with women. But now she's doing better. I'm gonna just put that out there real quick. But I'm gonna finish what I was saying. Excuse me.
Okay.
But choosing the ring, I told her, I said, all right, find the cut that you want and let's go from there. Because I didn't want to get lost in looking at this ring, that ring, trying to find all of these different looks of ring. I'm like, bro, just find one type of ring.
he told me, one day, let's go shopping for a ring. And then once a man says that, then it's just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I'm like, so when are we gonna go? And he's like, what are we rushing about? And I'm like, what? And then so he takes me to the mall. He takes me to the mall to go pick out a ring, and he was kind of like, well, you're gonna pick this ring out today. You know me, I would have wanted to go to 95 different stores, but I found the exact ring that I thought I wanted. And no. I picked the ring out. First, we went to one store, made a deposit, and then I went to Zales and realized that I didn't like the other ring. We went to pick out the ring. I chose the ring I wanted. It was what is it? What is it called? An oval? No,
that's a pear.
A pear shape.
I know my stuff.
So when he proposed to me, he did not propose to me with the ring that I chose. That is the truth. It was not the ring that I chose. And I can't even lie. When he proposed, I couldn't even focus because I'm looking like, this is not the ring that I chose. I was so confused, and it was too small.
Yeah, that was true.
But eventually I told him that was not the ring I chose. And we went back to the store, and I looked at my original ring and realized that I hated the original pick and that I loved the one that he got me. But I guess
that's called the Riz right there.
And I ended up losing weight right after our proposal, and my ring ended up fitting perfectly.
I did not know that ring would be better than the last. I thought that was your ring.
So you did not even look at the camera roll of
what I did. Chose? I looked at the camera roll. I looked at the exact spot that we were at. I had to go to the camera roll when we were at Zelle. Shout out to my dad and my brother. They came with me to get the ring. But nah, like I really thought that was the ring. And it was crazy because I pointed at it. I said, that's the one. That's it.
And one thing about it is I had selected a ring that was on the clearance. And he got a ring that was designer Vera Wang that cost way more money. Way much more than than the ring I had originally chose.
But you deserve better, more, and anything that I can give you to make you smile. Raise that ring up. Come on, girl. She would not be bringing that to any countries or cities
no.
People will barter services for her ring. But okay, next. The planning begins. So this was the hard part. I mean, I wouldn't say it was really hard. I think it was more mental than anything because I kept reminding myself, I got to do this, got to do that, got to reach out to this person. It was It was pretty much mind over matter. It's like either you're going to do it or it's just not going to get done and we're going to have a bad day with the wife and you don't want that.
I'm very easygoing. I knew the first step to planning was going to be we needed to pick a venue, and so we got engaged at the end of June, and we actually booked our venue while we were in Costa Rica.
That's crazy. At my brother and sister's wedding. Wow.
Yeah, we were in Costa Rica, and this was the craziest part ever. The venue that we chose, I mistakenly called them. There's two venues that are around the corner that are both called the Galloping Hill. One is the Galloping Hill Golf Course, and one is the Galloping Hill Caterers. I meant to call the Caterers, but when I Googled it, I ended up calling the golf course. You need to stop? So I ended up calling the golf course by mistake, and me and Raymond actually were able to get the last slot they had in there for spring. Because when you book venues, can you look focused?
I am.
You look zoned off, my brother.
I can't think.
No.
And why are you looking at me? You're supposed to be talking.
Anyways, when you book venues, they have it selected by like you have winter, spring, and summer weddings, and each season the prices vary. So we got the last date in the spring, and we got the last like COVID price because they reduced prices because of COVID. You know, they were trying to get people in. So we booked it, and we did not even have a walkthrough. We never even went to the venue.
Yeah.
We actually had a, what is it? We FaceTimed the girl.
We went on Faith time.
She FaceTimed us and walked us through the whole venue. And we of course like looked at the pictures and the prices, and it was just like every other place we called, the prices were like double. Just it was like
Yeah.
$300 per person. And I'm just like, yo, that is ridiculous. And then so the venue we found was the most reasonable, and it was luxurious.
But I think what also brought it out was the cake was on the house. A certain select cake was on the house, whichever one we chose. And that was pretty cool. I chose the cake, by the way.
You did.
I chose the cake. Fellas, don't be afraid to plan and help your lady out with doing stuff, because it's very important. The stress should not always be on your woman. Y'all both getting married. This is a joint venture. This is not something you do by yourself or just say, I'll just show up.
One thing was, I didn't mind having our wedding inside, but Raymond, his must, he really wanted an outdoor ceremony. So that was the thing that
and I'm going to show you
I
why.
wanted to respect. He wanted to have it outdoors. And so, and I'm just like, and then everybody's like, oh, well, it's May, May showers. It could rain, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, look, we're going to put it up to God and just pray that it does not rain.
And guess what? The pictures came out beautifully. I mean, the sunset, the way the sun came down as we were saying our vows and as we were walking up. Oh, by the way, at our wedding, everybody came down on golf carts. That's the other amazing thing. It's like we had so much in that package. It was kind of phenomenal.
It was like you came into the venue, they had drinks, champagne, and then everyone like got loaded in groups on the golf course, and they rode you down to the ceremony spot.
And last thing before we even move on from that, I got a free day of golfing with my groomsmen. Now that I believe is 100% worth it, because if you're going to get married and spend so much money, we're gonna give y'all a roundabout number of how much.
Not yet. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I can't wait.
But
it was crazy though. It was definitely worth it.
And then like you have to think of like different things about your venue. Like we had a maitre d', so someone who like helped us throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
They were basically like our event planner throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they just made everything so easy for us and the guests. And it was just, they made me feel like a princess, really. And it was definitely our best decision was having it there. And I think our next video, we can go deeper into the venue and, more
and
the
definitely
wedding day.
Money-wise, all of the different things we did. But the splitting up of responsibilities was fun. I think the most fun I had was finding the opera, the harpist and the singer, Alexis Morash. Shout out to Alexis. She's an amazing vocalist. Awesome. And Alexis has a beautiful way of flowing too. Like she knows, what to sing, when, at what point. Danielle handled the decorations. I did the colors. I coordinated exactly what was going to happen with the colors. Of course, she took care of her bridesmaids. I took care of my groomsmen. I went to Robbie & Company to get my suits, and I recommend Robbie & Company in New York. They are very professional, work with A-list stars, and they're not as expensive as some places may seem to be. I got my suit tailored. I can't wait to talk about that price. Like my groomsmen suits were at another amazing price for rentals. I'm like, this place really, they really hooked us up. Shirts. I mean, we'll go down the line with everything we got, and for that price, it was very amazing.
And like, I will say, like, I know mostly women usually handle everything with the wedding, but I wanted to make sure that Raymond had input in pretty much every aspect. So like he was saying, like, I remember I said to Raymond, I'm like, all right, you choose the colors and then we'll just go from there. Whatever you choose is what we'll go. And he chose baby blue with gold accents, like gold and white accents. And Raymond's sister, who is a decorator, we told her our vision and she ran with it. I mean, like,
beautiful job. She
gave us layouts and maps of the room and decoration. I mean, like, she literally, like,
this is what she do, baby.
My mind with
That's
the
what
decorations.
She do.
We walked into that ballroom And I was completely shocked. Like, of course, I knew it was gonna be amazing, but like, I didn't know to what extent.
Yeah.
You know.
It was a very high extent. I want to reiterate, men, get involved with the wedding process. You'll be happy that you did. It will change your perspective on how you see brides and even your bride, because I see the work that you put in. I be watching you sometimes, just be staring at you, because I just see all of the work that you do, and even the work that you put in for the wedding, and it's just a testament to just how hard you work and just how dedicated you are to making sure that things that we have are the best. So
Well, thank you.
here she go. All right, you go ahead.
No, I just think that like our wedding really reflected our love with one another. I felt like everyone in the room could feel our love, and it's something that I'm so glad that even though it was our biggest splurge so far in life, it was so worth it because it's a memory that we'll never forget.
Yeah.
And we got to spend it with all of our loved ones, and I think it's definitely worth it. If you can't afford a big wedding, don't do it. But we saved for it.
We are happy that we were able to come back home and still live where we live. Like,
we had this extravagant wedding without any debt. We didn't have to put anything on credits, take no loans out. So we prepared for it. And honestly, we'll talk about the budget another time. But I've been saving for my wedding before I met Raymond, okay? I knew it was gonna happen. So why not just prepare, you know?